Funny thing.
So, fill these out and bring them back.
The thing is, we were supposed to meet another couple here, Bobby Richards and Ellie Kempert. Could you tell us if they've been here yet?
A double wedding?
Yeah. Double trouble.
Ellie? Ellie? This is it. This is where Leslie and I got married, right here. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't come here to get married.
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hey, Norman. What do you got? Okay. Okay, great, thanks. They did get a marriage license.
Well, you both must think I'm a horrible father.
We're in no position to judge, Mr. Kempert.
That's kind of you to say.
What's that?
That's a yoke. It's like a harness that joins oxen or horses together. It equalizes the weight when they're pulling a plow or any kind of heavy load.
I don't know that much about farming. Or parenting, it seems.
Well, you learn as you go. Before Ellie was born, the doctor told us that we were going to have a child with Down syndrome. You know what my thought was? Run. Get away.
You were scared.
And you didn't run.
No. And I thank God every day I didn't. Ellie's the most precious, wonderful daughter in the world. Not a burden, a gift.
Mr. Kempert, I may be the last person to consider myself an expert on what true love looks like, but with Bobby, I see patience and sensitivity, gentle sense of humor, and this protective kind of wisdom. All the qualities I'd imagine a father would want in a son-in-law.
It's my wife. She's found her. Ellie, where have you been? I have been up in Eldora, waiting and waiting for you at that barn. I've been worried sick about you.
What were you doing at the barn?
Isn't that where you're getting married tonight?
Yeah, but not tonight.
Not without you.
Well, then why did you?
There's no wedding date on the license, Mark. It's good for 30 days. They just wanted to show us they're serious.
We are serious.
So am I. I'm very serious. You're not ready to get married, Ellie. Not tonight, not in 30 days.
Then when? When, Daddy? Ever?
Honey, I just don't know.
But I know. I know. When you love somebody, you marry them. Right, Shane?
Someday, maybe?
I hate someday. Come on, let's go get married now.
Not like this, Ellie.
But don't you want to marry me?
I do want to marry you. But I don't want to do it like this, without everybody's support. Everybody.
Does that mean no? I quit!
Ellie!
I knew it was a mistake to let her work here.
My customers don't think so.
Bobby, did Ellie arrange that?
She does all the ones with stars. That's her signature.
They're beautiful. I'm really
Surprised? I'm used to people who look at me and they don't understand. They don't understand who I really am. They don't understand what I can really do. But when Ellie looks...
When Ellie looks at you, suddenly you feel like somebody understands.
Yes,
Remember the yoke you showed us in that barn? What you said about pulling together, sharing the load? There's a song that I love. One of the lines was, "A man shall leave his mother, and a woman leave her home. They shall travel on to where the two shall be as one." I believe it works best when the two are equally yoked, Mr. Kempert. I believe Ellie and Bobby are.
Let's face it, we got a lot in common.
I really messed things up, didn't I?
Well, welcome to my world.
There you are.
Where's Rita? I was gonna help her with her makeup.
But she's in the ladies' convenience.
Oh, well, it starts any minute. She's cutting it very close.
Yeah.
Rita! Where's your dress and your makeup? Your everything?
I'm wearing my everything.
I don't understand.
I really appreciate your help. I do. But the problem is that, well, if they see the new me, they won't see the real me.
We see you, Rita. I can think of no one better to represent all that is good and honorable in this institution. You walk into that room tonight knowing that we are all so proud of you.
To thine own self be true.
I'm sorry, Rita. I was just trying to help you win.
Oh, I know you were. Well, this is the only way I know how to. Besides, with friends like you guys, I feel like I've won already.
Well, then go get him.
Okay.
Break a leg. And I mean, break a leg. Bug.
I forgot to tell you something.
What?
I started taking a lip reading class.
Oh,
Yeah, and sometimes it comes in really handy.
that's very interesting, Norman. But I have to...
You know, my favorite bug is the Dryacostylus australis. People in the South Pacific, they refer to it as a tree lobster. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it has a hard lobster-like exoskeleton that makes it virtually unsquashable. How do you not like a bug like that?
Norman, you always know what to say.
Excuse me, if we could have the contestants please take their places. Thank you. And now we're ready to begin our compulsory sorting competition. Where's Miss Hayworth?
I'm right here, Your Honor.
Oh.
No skates, that's cheating.
Well, now, the rules do state that entrants are encouraged to be creative and to use their ingenuity, so we will allow it. Ladies, to your marks. Ms. Hayworth. The scores indicate that after your talent and compulsory events, you are currently in second place. Good luck. Our question for you is this. We live in a changing world, and the future of the Postal Service and of mail delivery itself is threatened. What words of encouragement can you share with your fellow employees?
Well, I think... Some people think that the post office is a relic of the past, just waiting to be squashed like a bug by its new competition. But you know what? Bugs can surprise you. I think we can learn a lot from the South Pacific tree lobster. It's not beautiful like a butterfly. It can't create whole societies like an ant, or spin webs and trap you like a spider. To tell you the truth, I don't know what it can do, but I know what it can't do. Its shell is so tough that it can't be squashed. Once you know how strong you are, that no matter how tough it gets, you can't be squashed, you stop worrying about all the things that you can't do. You start dreaming of all the things that you can do. Yes!
Just a little bit further, honey. Almost there.
Okay, you can open your eyes now.
Dad, you're here.
Somebody had to bring the stars tonight.
Rest assured this troubadour was acting on his part. The union of your spirits here has caused him to remain. For whenever two or more of you are gathered in his name, there is love. There is love.
I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
I do believe you are the most beautiful bride I have ever seen.
Will a man shall leave his mother, and a woman leave her home? They shall travel on to where the two shall be as one. As it was in the beginning, is now until the end. Woman draws her life from man and gives it back again, and there is love.
We never did get to have our dance, did we?
No.
Do you think we could remember the steps?
We could give it a try.
Oh, there's
Previously unsigned, sealed, delivered.
She's from the USPS in Washington, D.C.
I imagine we have differing notions on what constitutes fun.
I have no doubt that we do. Wait till I tell you about Oliver.
It was very ungentlemanly of me to remain here where I could overhear your conversation.
I won't say a word.
I really can't stall them anymore.
Sorry. Sorry. I got it.
If something happens, nothing's gonna happen. Promise. You have to know this. Do it for Michael and our little girl.
Need some help here! Okay, deep breaths. Ruben, let's go! Let's go! Okay, hang in there, Melissa. Just hang in there, hang in there!
We're not getting a pulse.
Pressure's dropping.
More suction.
She's desatting, 70%. Come on, Melissa.
We're losing her.
65%.
More suction.
Morning. Would you like to see any magazines today? No, all my John Grishams have been checked out, but hold on. Let me see.
Send me love every day and send me on my way. Deliver me, just deliver me.
So when we were talking about Oliver the other day, he was sitting right behind us?
But it wasn't his fault. He wanted to leave. He just didn't want to stand up and embarrass you.
What did I say? What did I say?
All nice things. You know, like he's a nice guy. He goes to church. He's generous, considerate. He needs a sense of humor.
No. No. I can't go back to the dead letter office now. Take me back to Washington with you, please.
No, this place is good for you. Besides, I can't go back either. Not until I fulfill my special projects quota. Be cool. He's coming over. But don't let him know I told you. What do I say? Nothing. He would die if he knew that you knew that he knew that.
Good morning, Miss McInerney. Miss Starkwell, I was hoping to find you here again.
Gosh, Oliver, it's so good to see you. We were just sitting here talking about nothing. Trying to find a topic and forget about it. What's going on?
Oh, well, we received a rather unusual package this morning. I'd like to consult with you and you, perhaps, Miss Starkwell, if you're interested.
Yes, I'm always interested, but I have a problem I have to fix in parcels at 9. Apparently, even if it fits, it ain't shipping. At least not to Kazakhstan. But keep me posted. Huh?
Oh, I love her.
Oh, must be nice having a friend visiting from your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, although I really didn't stomp that much. Didn't stay there that long.
Ah, I see. So, should we expect you to move on at some point?
On?
Are you unhappy at the DLO with us?
Us?
The team. Norman, Rita.
Oh, no. Not unhappy. In fact, I'm actually starting to do a little stomping here.
Ah, I'm sure Norman and Rita will be very happy to hear that. They admire you and your remarkable
Remarkable.
ability to embrace a challenge.
Such as this.
Ah.
It arrived addressed directly to the Dead Letter Office.
Oh, a Bible.
And, this was included. The cover letter reads, Dear Post Office, after many years of treatment, a patient of ours at Long Oaks Lodge for mental health has recovered enough to leave our facility. At the time he left, he confessed to us that the Bible he had carried so long was, in fact, stolen by him approximately 10 years ago. Inside that Bible was an unmailed letter, which our patient decorated and used as a bookmark. We are sending you both in hopes that you might forward them to their rightful owners. Thank you, Nancy Gray, Director of Psychiatric Services, Long Oaks Lodge for Mental Health.
It reads Michael W.H.E. something 2234 something D.E.N.V.
Well, that must be Denver.
Most of it's not legible. Return address says St. Augusto Hospital Intensive Care Unit, 37 cent 2004 commemorative. It lacks postmark, however.
Well, stamps suggest intention to mail.
And we must honor that intention. Very good, Miss McInerney.
All right. Here we are. It's shaky handwriting.
May 16, 2004, Dear Michael, I can explain everything. It's not what you think. I don't blame you for walking out, but I can't let them operate on me unless I know if I die, at least you have the truth. My head hurts and I can't remember much about yesterday.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your confidence.
Mike, isn't that your wife?
Hey.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Partners took me to lunch. They're going to support me in the campaign.
Did I mention he's really gonna run?
I always knew you'd run the world someday.
Some things never change, I guess.
I just, I'm gonna... Hey. I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just I see my wife and her old boyfriend together at a hotel. I don't know what to make of it.
Have you ever noticed when things are good, he's your best friend, but as soon as we're having problems, he's my ex-boyfriend? Barry and I were having lunch. That's all that happened. Lunch.
I didn't see you in the restaurant.
Michael, please, just trust me on this. I'll tell you all about it when Abby and I get back from the trip.
Right.
Why don't you come?
No. Take some mother-daughter time.
We need some husband-wife time.
I gotta go.
I would have never let you walk away if I'd known what was coming.
She said it all happened so fast. One second they were all laughing, and the next thing they knew, they hit the rocks and everyone was in the water.
Mr. Wheeler,
Yes?
we just got the lab work back on your blood. I'm afraid there's an issue.
Michael. How's Abby?
I think she's gonna lose a kidney.
Oh, no.
She needed blood, so I gave them mine. But my blood didn't match.
Michael, wait. Listen to me.
What a fool I am. And Abby was born, what, 9 months and 2 days after we got married? Maybe. If you and Barry hadn't been messing around on Friday, I would have been up there with you guys, and our little girl wouldn't be fighting for her life right now.
Michael.
Correction. Your little girl.
Michael. Michael. Michael.
Candy Striper, can I get you a magazine or anything?
It's true, Michael. You're not the father of Abby. It's a terrible secret I've kept all this time because I love you, and I only wanted the best for both of you. The truth is, Barry isn't the father either.
There hasn't been anything between me and Barry since college.
And we were at the Claremont on Friday because we're planning a surprise party for your birthday next week. If you don't believe me, ask the caterer.
All right. Well, all we have to do is call the Claremont Hotel, ask them to check their records for a birthday party that was canceled for a Michael W.H. something in May of 2004.
Who's the father?
You amaze me. An hour ago, you didn't know these people existed. Now you can't continue until you determine the parentage of their child.
I can't explain it, Oliver. I just got an instinct.
An instinct.
You once said that we don't find the letters. They find us.
I do.
Well, this morning, I woke up with a distinct feeling that today would pose a unique challenge.
Was that a feeling or a fortune cookie, Miss McInerney?
Just keep reading, Oliver, please. Besides, everybody knows that hotels destroy their records after 10 years.
Now you're just making things up. On the other hand, I do have a feeling about this, too.
What's your instinct?
Not an instinct. More of a sign, really. This page, the envelope, is bookmarking.
And you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free.
10 years is a long time to be a prisoner to a lie, Miss McInerney. You are not Abby's father. Neither is Barry.
Do you remember the night before we got married?
I can't wait. Marry me now.
All right, guys, break talk. She's yours tomorrow, Michael, but she's ours tonight.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
It started as just one last girls' night out.
This one's for when Michael wins his first election.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it'll be me that goes into politics.
We thought of that. Then, hello, Michael.
Sorry, it's the thought that counts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Cheers.
I'll be right back. Okay. It's downstairs in the back.
I don't remember everything, Michael, but I know he said he was gonna kill me. Except he didn't. But that night, I wanted to die just the same.
Well, Miss McInerney, you were right. As much as I wish that weren't true.